Ready to put some hoe into your show? Well, look at this. Sir Claus-a-Lot is rocking the mic. And this festive fool is pulling 5 fun holiday ideas right out of my hat. Close enough. And since there's a good chance I might have reindeer rabies, I'm just not thinking straight. So I'm feeling incredibly generous. I am going to give you 5 of these radio prompts absolutely for free. 'Tis the season, a little hoe for my favorite hoe. Yeah, that's you.
We are on the air.
I'm Jeff, the radio DJ dude, and there's never been a time to take radio more serious than right now. How could we make these holidays absolutely unforgettable for our listeners? And I think I've got it. We're going to plug in the power of AI Santa Claus to your station. Yeah, we're going to make Santa a DJ. He's going to rock your air with 5 fun and festive bits. I've got the prompts, I've got the know-how, and heck yeah, I have got the threads, baby.
Ho, ho, ho.
First up is Santa's naughty list. So your listeners will submit names of friends or family and any bad behavior they exhibited over the year, and Santa will make his ruling to decide what kind of gift they should get. Sure, you could paste these prompts one at a time in different LLMs to see what kind of output you get, but why? Smash the easy button, come over to Open Router, and paste the prompt in once, and look up here. I have 3 different AI models that I'm asking to process this prompt and give me some tasty output. Look at that. Something from Claude, we have something from ChatGPT 4.0, and we even have Grok 4 in the mix. Let's zoom in for a closer look and check out Claude's output.
It's time for the naughty list, where your friends and family rat you out for coal-worthy behavior. Sheila from Denver. Your boyfriend Steve leaves his socks on the living room floor and doesn't put the cap back on the toothpaste tube. The man treats your apartment like a frat house lost its security deposit. You're getting Steve a one-way ticket to his mother's basement for Christmas. Happy holidays! Remember, Santa's always watching, like Homeland Security, but with a sleigh and reindeer.
I think that is on the funny money and totally delivers what we need for a really fun radio bit. But we still have 2 more to check out.
Ho ho! It's time for the naughty list, where your friends and family rat you out for coal-worthy behavior. Sheila from Denver. Your boyfriend Steve leaves his socks on the living room floor and can't manage a cap on the toothpaste. Is clutter his love language, or does he just enjoy a daily obstacle course? Coal's too good for Steve. He's getting a year's supply of sock suspenders. Happy holidays. Remember, Santa's always watching, like Homeland Security, but with a sleigh and reindeer.
Personally, I feel that Claude delivers like 85% of the time when you're looking for creative writing. It just can't be beat. But, I mean, 4.0 isn't a bad runner-up, but Claude is really tough to beat. But I've also heard a lot of great things about Grok, so let's check that out.
It's time for the naughty list, where your friends and family rat you out for coal-worthy behavior. Steve from Denver. You leave sweaty socks on the living room floor and abandon the toothpaste tube capless, turning your home into a biohazard zone. It's like you're auditioning for Slob of the Year. Congrats, you win the lifetime supply of regret. You're getting a maid service gift card. Expired. Happy holidays. Remember, Santa's always watching. Like Homeland Security, but with a sleigh and reindeer. Ho, 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 ho.
True to Grok's overlord, that definitely is edgy, a little more snarky, and I do think it fits the overall personality that we'd expect from Grok. And that may work for some of you. I think that it's definitely fun. Slob of the Year, a lifetime supply of regret. That's definitely edgy if that's what you're going for. But now you know, and you've saved a ton of time instead of going to each one of these LLMs to find this out. And like I always say, you should be kicking the digital tires on different LLMs or AI chatbots because they all weren't trained on the same data, and they will give you a unique spin on each of these prompts. So the genesis of all this Santa nonsense was when I was searching on 11 Labs to throw in a fun Santa Claus voice over one of my station jingles, and boom, oh my goodness, since I last hit up 11 Labs, there are now more Santa voices to choose from, and they come in a wide variety of languages. Of course, English, German, Portuguese, French, and I will demo a couple of these Santa voices. Now, don't think you're stuck with 11 Labs Santa voices. Maybe you don't have an 11 Labs account, you prefer to go with something more affordable. Google Gemini, well, that's easy. Let's replace this boring style prompt with this one. You see how I'm not just saying speak like jolly Santa Claus? No, we're really giving this some granular direction. An elderly male voice, deep, booming, and resonant baritone delivery should be high energy, jovial, boisterous. Okay, with that in place, let's throw one of these prompts that we just heard 11 Labs do over to Gemini.
Oh no! It's time for the naughty list, where your friends and family rat you out for coal-worthy behavior. Sheila from Denver, your boyfriend Steve leaves his socks on the living room floor and doesn't put the cap back on the toothpaste tube. The man treats your apartment like a frat house lost its security deposit. You're getting Steve a one-way ticket to his mother's basement for Christmas. Happy holidays! Remember, Santa's always watching, like Homeland Security, but with a sleigh and reindeer.
That is really good. I dig that. That is a lot of fun. I really like that, but honestly, it could come off as a little affected, almost a little caricature-ish, like we're really pushing too hard for the Santa effect. But come on, at the end of the day, it's a comedy bit. You can be a little over the top. One thing I really did like how he hit some of the certain phrases. He definitely, embodied Santa, which is what we're going for. So now we're simplifying this style prompt, getting rid of the complex instructions, which sometimes bots struggle with. If you overwhelm them with details, they could definitely trip up. So it doesn't get any more simple than speak like jolly Santa Claus. And let's run this, baby.
Oh no! It's time for the naughty list, where your friends and family rat you out for coal-worthy behavior. Sheila from Denver, your boyfriend Steve leaves his socks on the living room floor and doesn't put the cap back on the toothpaste tube. The man treats your apartment like a frat house lost its security deposit. You're getting Steve a one-way ticket to his mother's basement for Christmas. Happy holidays! Remember, Santa's always watching, like Homeland Security, but with a sleigh and reindeer.
To me, this simple prompt is very effective. You get, I think, 80% of what you'd expect out of a Santa Claus voice. However, I still feel in that other prompt, yes, maybe a little over the top, a little Santa rich. He did hit like happy holidays and other phrases with a little more holly jolly. And ultimately, this is all subjective. It's whatever makes your ears tingle. And another thing, you run this prompt 2 or 3 more times and you're going to get 2 or 3 different sounds. So these aren't really completely predictable models. We just sampled one voice. You choose another voice, and this is going to totally take this voice in another direction. And that's why it's a good investment of time to tweak your prompt, really find and fine-tune the proper voice, and that will pay dividends in the end. Now, I know in that clickbaitish open that I hooked you with the promise of these 5 AI prompts absolutely for free. Well, I am delivering this festive goodness. Reach down in your stocking and you go to this address, the link's in the description, and you'll pull out these 5 prompts just to run wild with. Bring a little festive joy to your radio station. And do it now, because time is ticking. Okay, the sleigh is gassed up. We're moving on to our second prompt, the Santa's gift guide. And let's just keep rolling with this open router comparison approach. Here is our Santa gift guide prompt. The only thing we have to change here is we have to insert a profession. I'm going to say a plumber. And we're just going to leave it at that, and we're going to let it go to work, and we'll see what it comes up. And just like that, lickety split, To keep this slate chugging along, I'm not going to produce voiceover for all three of these prompts every time. I'll just cherry pick the ones that I find to be the most entertaining, and then I'm handing these prompts over to you. First up, Claude.
Ho, ho, ho! Whatever. Santa's professional gift guide. Today, plumbers. Get them a $200 an hour to tell you its hair commemorative plaque, because they've earned it charging triple on weekends. Also, a hazmat suit. We both know what they've seen down there. And finally, a lifetime supply of hand sanitizer, since no amount of soap will ever make them feel clean again.
Claude was definitely the winner this round. I think it was fun, but just the right amount of snark. ChatGPT was a little too on the money. It was like a serious gift guide, and that's kind of boring. And Grok, honestly, yes, incredibly sarcastic, but it borderlined on negative, and I just wasn't feeling it. I think it's smart practice to actually start a fresh chat for each one of these prompts, just so the conversation history doesn't skew the results from a brand new topic, a brand new prompt, which it can. Next up, DJ Claus is rocking that mic. Look at that. He's in the air chair. He's ready to go. And this is pretty fun. So what DJ Claus is doing, he is going to backsell a popular hit of today. I mean, we could try this for, a decade-based, like 80s or 70s hit, but I want to hear him drop some attitude, like on a Taylor Swift song or somebody else that's uber current. And the awesome thing for all my Robo DJ users, yes, my AI DJ system, this just works automatically because it taps into your live playlist. It knows what songs are coming up. So you don't have to do any of this. You just paste this prompt once in the prompt library and boom, you're good to go with really, fresh and dynamic content that runs in the background. So the nitty-gritty of this prompt is we're asking it to write a short radio script where Santa is guest DJing and he reviews the song that just played. And Santa is a 1,700-year-old man who only understands jingle bells, and he's now trying to comprehend modern music. So we are throwing Sabrina Carpenter's song Man-Child at Santa, and let's see what he's got to say.
That was Sabrina Carpenter with Man-Child. I'm DJ Santa, rocking the mic on Triple X 80s. So this young lady is upset because her boyfriend doesn't understand self-care? I had Mrs. Claus explain it to me. Apparently, it's not about taking care of your sleigh. The elves are deeply concerned about why she keeps dating men who can't charge their own phones. She says, why so sexy if so dumb? I don't know, kid. Ask Rudolph. They get cool because anyone who forgets to charge their phone clearly doesn't understand electricity. This is Santa on Triple X 80s, apparently playing music.
Okay, let's do a new chat. This time we're going to go back in time. And we're going to say Janet Jackson Nasty. Oh, yes. Kind of stacking the deck here. And want to make sure to include our station, my all 80s flamethrower, XXX80s.com. And we're saying research the song lyrics. Very important. Web search is still enabled. And let's fire this off and see what Santa has to say about Miss Nasty. Okay, Claude Sonnet 4.5.
That was Janet Jackson with Nasty. Now hold on. She kept saying these boys don't mean a thing, but then she's asking them for a nasty groove. Mrs. Claus thinks she's talking about spoiled food and unwashed automobiles. Back in my day, if something was nasty, you threw it out, not made a whole dance song about it. They get nice leather driving gloves. Anyone demanding gentlemanly behavior deserves Christmas morning. This is DJ Santa on Triple X 80s.
Again, Claude Sonnet really delivers here. I think it's a little too long. I'd probably edit this script a touch, but I think the runner-up would be Grok 4. I found it definitely more entertaining than ChatGPT 4.0's output.
That was Janet Jackson with Nasty. I figured this was about grubby lads who won't wash behind their ears. Literal filth piling up like snowdrifts. Up at the pole, it's like when Rudolph tracks mud through the stables. Back in my day, tunes jingled sweetly without the sass. They get a shiny new toy sleigh for trying to teach hygiene, I suppose. This is DJ Santa on Triple X 80s.
To show that we are on the bleeding edge, at least at the time of this recording, this will be so old and stale 2 weeks from now, Taylor Swift, The Fate of Ophelia. Even I don't know what the hell this song's about. Well, hopefully the bots do. And the main thing, we want to make sure that the bots respect our new rules to not insert emotion tags into the script. And once again, it is because it's taking our format. Claude did a great job. GPT-4 failed. Grok 4 is still processing. In our format, you see this? That's the problem. So maybe we add one more rule saying do not include any of the format directions into our script output. Grok 4 is still processing. Anyway, let's check out Claude's sonnet.
That was Taylor Swift with The Fate of Ophelia. I'm DJ Santa, unwrapping the jams on Triple X 80s. So apparently this young lady is singing about someone who saved her from drowning in a brook. Mrs. Claus asked if we needed to call emergency services. Back in my day, we just sang about dashing through the snow, not being dug out of graves. I thought she was pledging allegiance to hands and vibes, which Rudolph says doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But 8 weeks at number 1, so they get a deluxe sleigh. This is DJ Santa on Triple X 80s, apparently playing music.
That is pretty funny. If you're interested in the output from Chat, GPT, and Grok, you can pause the video. But again, I was definitely more impressed with Claude. Claude's couple counseling. Now, I make no guarantees for this one. And we are asking it to jump through a number of hoops. After we give the couple's name and their problem, what this prompt is going to do, it's going to actually output a prompt that's optimized for 11 Labs v3. I'm sure we can modify this to output a multi-voice formatted script for Gemini if that's what floats your digital dinghy. But just to keep this moving, we're going to output a script that's going to give us these emotional tags within the script. Speaker 1, defensive, available tags, happy, sad. So enough of the jibber jabber. Let's just come up with the couple's names. This will be Tina and Mark. Their problem. Okay, this is probably way too edgy, but why the heck not? Do we need web search? I don't think we need web search. I think let's just let the bots figure out what to do with this on their own. Oh, GPT-4o is quick. Doesn't mean they're good, but they're quick. And they are embedding emotion tags in. That's great. Looking at Claude, it's not giving a line break for each one of these dialogue bits, but that's okay. And Grok also is following our format. Perfect. Big question is, do they sound good?
Ho, ho, ho! Today we have Tina and Mark. Seems Mark sometimes calls Tina Shirley during intimate moments. His ex's name.
Oh, how awful. At least he remembers a name instead of just saying Jessica after 400 years of marriage.
That was once, and you know the reindeer handler looks exactly like.
The reindeer handler is male, Nicholas.
Well, Mark, maybe if Tina was more supportive of your hobbies.
Wonderful progress today. Happy holidays from Triple X 80s.
I'll tell you what I think of this bit in a second. I'm not digging Mrs. Claus's voice. She's much too young, but that was the best voice I could find. So I think you need to invest much more time and find a more suitable Mrs. Claus voice. Now let's move on to Grok.
Ho, ho, ho! Welcome, Tina and Mark. Mark sometimes calls you Shirley in bed. His ex's name? Oh, boy.
Sounds familiar.
Well, Mark, slips happen when you're distracted by old holiday memories. Not that I'd know.
Distracted? Like your memories of that elf from the 70s who baked better cookies than me?
Cookies are just cookies, unlike calling out exes mid-ho-ho-ho.
Wonderful chat, dears. Problem solved. Happy holidays from XXX 80s.
I totally dig this bit. This would be great for a morning show. Oh my goodness. Or just a quick little random segment that comes on after Wham's Last Christmas. I mean, you can't go wrong with this because once again, your audience will never in 1700 years be expecting something like this. And that's the goal here. We want to catch people off guard, flip the script of what they usually expect from an internet radio station, which, by the way, is nothing. Okay, brand new chat for our final prompt. This one is Santa the Weathercaster. He is presenting a weather report and doing so with a lot of attitude because you think, 65 degrees and light rain is an issue. Well, what does he have to deal with in the North Pole? So that's his mindset. And all you have to do here is just put in your variables. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. I don't even want to look at the rest. I want to be surprised, and I'm sure you do too. Okay, weather reports are coming back. So far, so good. Claude Sonnet is up first.
Currently at the pole, -47, wind chill so brutal your thoughts freeze mid-think. Visibility approximately 3 candy canes. Meanwhile in Toledo, 52 and light rain. Light rain. I've seen your people break out umbrellas for what we call aggressive mist. You're wearing scarves at 50? That's my beach weather. Pathetic. Santa out.
Aggressive mist. That is awesome. Now, Grok 4.
Currently at the pole, bone-chilling -60, visibility 0 in a howling blizzard, wind chill that freezes your beard solid. Meanwhile in Toledo, you're chilly 52 with cloudy skies, and light rain feels like a balmy 50. Weak sauce, you're bundling up in scarves for that drizzle. Pathetic, your cold front is my sauna temp. Ho ho ho! Amateurs, stay soft down there.
Grok 4 really knows how to put the screws to sarcasm. But I think that's fun. Of course, I wouldn't do this every hour, but once again, if it's a morning show, if you're doing this on one of your more listened to shifts, then, pop this in once or twice during a 4-hour show. And that's plenty. And promote this. I mean, maybe even a sponsor could underwrite Santa's weather reports. Honestly, a sponsor could underwrite any one of these Santa-themed bits. So always think about that. You are creating a very special moment that no other station has. And hopefully, if you have enough listeners and if you have enough data and metrics to prove that people are listening, well, down the road, that potentially could be monetized. And you get local businesses to underwrite some of these special features that, once again, nobody else can deliver. So gas up your sleigh and take these prompts for a joyride on your station. I mean, once again, your listeners will not see this one coming. It really delivers a lot of mirth, festivities. So why the hell not? Why can't we think outside of a typical box that most internet radio stations are trapped in? No, bust free. Just rain creativity down on your listeners' ear holes. They'll remember you, they'll thank you, and 'tis the season for a little more internet radio love. And that's what you can deliver by doing this. Okay, I gotta go. This suit is on loan from Home Depot. My hour's almost up. So anyway, I am Jeff, the radio DJ dude. And if this made your reindeer smile a little, well, please, I would love a like and subscribe from Sweet You. You'll make me smile. Look, it's working. And until our next little radio rendezvous, you keep rocking those mics all over the world.